Hi Bethlehem, this is Pastor Paul, and I'm glad that you're able to join me today. It's been a cold, snowy week. We were not able to have midweek last Wednesday because of the cold and snow. Worship was canceled on Sunday because of the cold and snow. But through it all, we were able to stay connected through technology. And on Sunday morning, through Facebook Live, I was able to share a devotional thought. And that devotional thought stayed in line with this sermon series we've been in called Essential Connections, as we have looked at the different relationships that make up a Christian community. And the relationship that I focused on Sunday was our relationship, our personal relationship with the church. What does that look like? What does that connection look like? Well, the Apostle Paul in 1 Corinthians chapter 12 gives a picture of what that looks like. And he says it looks like the body, that the community, the Christian community, is the body of Christ. And if that is the reality, there are three important truths that we have to remember. The first important truth is that we all come into this community on equal footing. We all have the same relationship with God. And so in 1 Corinthians chapter 12, starting with verse 13, Paul says, "Some of us are Jews, some are Gentiles. Some are slaves and some are free, but we all have been baptized into one body by one Spirit, and we all share the same Spirit." So, Paul says, it doesn't matter who you are, what you've done, what your background is, we're all the same. We all come in through a covenant relationship with Jesus. We're all transformed by the Spirit. We're all in this together. We're all equals. Not only are we all equals, but Paul also goes on to say that we all have something to add to the body. There's a purpose for us being connected to the body. He says in verse 14, yes, the body has many different parts, not just one part. If the foot says, I'm not part of the body because I'm not a hand, that does not make it any less part of the body. And he goes on in the same kind of thought. But the important thing to remember is that for the body to function effectively and efficiently, all the different parts need to be working together. That means you, as part of Bethlehem, part of the body of Christ, have something to add. And we can't be the Christian community. We can't be Christ's body here in Austin without you and what you are able to add. We all need to be working together. God has created for us for a purpose, and that means each one of us are valuable. So each one of us are equal. We come into this as equals. We are each valuable. We all have something to add, but we also all need to be loved and love. We all need to be loved and to love one another. And that's what the church provides. That's what this Christian community provides. Paul says in verse 24, in verse 26, if one part suffers, all the parts suffer with it. And if one part is honored, all the parts are glad. So in this body, all the parts work together. And there's a unity there. A unity that brings joy and celebration when good things happen. A unity that brings sorrow and grief when bad things happen. We celebrate with one another. We cry with one another. And we all need that. We all need that place of acceptance and love. So this Christian community, our connection with it, looks like all being equals, understanding that we all have a different part to play, that we all are valuable, and that we are called to love and to be loved. And so the big idea is that a Christian community is a place of unity for the sake of Jesus. A Christian community is a place of unity for the sake of Jesus. And our challenge is to pray for one another, especially those who we are having a difficult time with. And so I hope to see you at midweek on Wednesday. Hope to see you on Sunday morning at 9 o'clock for breakfast and Sunday school. And I hope to see you back on Sunday evening with the letters of the church study. Remember, we're still in chapter 2, so read chapter 2 of the book and do the study guide. Thank you. And I hope you have a great rest of the week, and God bless.